Hello everyone, welcome to Dikshant classes. Good morning everyone. Today I am going to discuss about the Michael Porter's 5 forces model, which is a very important model in the business environment unit number 1. Michael Porter 5 force models. Rivalry among the existing competitors. First is threats of new entrants. There must be a barrier to entry to protect the sellers. Economies of scales. Production must be done on economies of scales. If production is large, then cost will be reduced. Brand loyalty. Capital requirement. Cumulative experience. Government policies. And access to distribution channels. Switching costs. Next is bargaining power of buyers, number of customers, size of each order, the differences between competitors, price sensitivity, buyer's ability to substitute, buyer's information availability, switching cost. Next is the threats of substitute products, number of substitute product available like tea and coffee. Buyer's propensity to substitutes, relative price performance of substitute, perceived level of product differentiation, switching cost. Next is bargaining power of supplier, number and size of supplier, uniqueness of each supplier product, focal company's abilities to substitute. Next is rivalry among competitors. Number of competitors, diversification of competitors, industry concentrations, industry growth, quality differences, brand loyalty, barrier to exist, switching cost. First is organizations. In micro environment analysis, nothing is important as self-analysis by the organization itself. Understanding its own strength, capabilities in the business concerns, understanding the business in depth should be the goal of the firm internal analysis. The objective, goals and resources, the availabilities of a firm occupies a critical position in the micro environment. An organization has several non-specific elements of the organization surrounding may affect its activities. These consist of the specific organizations or groups that are likely to influence in the organizations. Organizations. First is owners. They are the individual, stakeholders, board of directors, groups which have major stakes in the organizations. Next is board of directors. Board of directors are found in the companies formed under the Companies Act 2013. The company which is established under the Companies Act 2013, then the board of directors is the place in the company. The board of directors is elected by the shareholders and is charged with overseeing the general management of the organization to ensure that being run at the best serve the shareholder interest. Next is employee. Employee are the people who actually do work in the organization, and employee is the major force within organizations. It is important for an organization that employees embraces the same values and goals as the organization. However, they differ in the beliefs, educations, attitudes, and capabilities. When the manager and employee work toward different goals, everyone suffers. Next is components of microenvironment. First is market. The market is larger than the customers. The market is to be studied in terms of its actual and potential size of its growth and prospects and also its attractiveness. The important issues are cost structure of the market, price sensitivity of market, technological issues, structure of market, the existing distribution system of market, and is the market mature. Next is supplier. Supplier from an important component of the microenvironment. The supplier provide raw materials, equipment, services, etc. so on. Suppliers have their own bargaining power to affect the cost structure of the company industry. They constitute the major forces which shape the competition in the industry. Next is intermediary. Intermediary exert the considerable influence on the business organization. They can be considered as the major determining the forces in the business. In many cases, consumers are not aware about the manufacture of the product they buy. Next is components of a business environment, which is macro environment. Demographic is environment which is related to the population size of the particular area, particular state, particular country, particular district, and its income distribution, how the income will be distributed in that country, in this city, in the districts. Next is political. Political is related to what are the government policies, what are the legal law which need to be implemented in a business, particular business. Next is economic. Economic is related to the economic interest rates, growth, and level of disposable income, per capita income, which is in a economic environment. Next is social. Social is related to what is custom, what are the beliefs, what are the traditions, what are the cultures of a particular society. Next is technological. Technological is related to the what are the opportunities arising and risk arising and uncertainty arising due to the particular technology. Next is government. Government is related to the change in policies and approaches toward the development. What are the policies need to be implemented according to the government direction, government advisory to any business. Next is legal. Legal includes the related to the law, rules, regulations, and it is like introduction of new laws like GST, Real Estate Regulation Act. Next is global. It is related to the change in the world level politics like geopolitics, climate, as well as environmental issues which is faced by the business firm. So the business must be act according to the policies of the world level. Next is first is demographic environment. Demographic related to the population in areas, districts in a world or particular country. It includes factors like race, age, educational attainment, asset ownership, home ownership, employment status, and location. Factors such as gender, age profile, sex ratio, education, and the growth rate affect the business within different magnitudes. Many multinationals are interested in India considering the population size. So we have approximately 16% of the world population. The country holds huge potential for overseas companies. Then the demographic environment raise the question how demographic trends will affect the market size. What demographic trends represent opportunities or threats? Next is economic environment. The economic environment refers to the nature and extent of the direction of the economy in which a company competes or competes. The economic environment includes the general nature and the direction of the economy in which company operates. It may compete the economic situation in the region and the nations, condition in the resource markets. Basically the economic environment includes the what is the interest rates, then whether the stock market is going in the recession stage, inflationary stage, deflationary stage, what will the income size, what was the per capita income, what is the CRR, SLR, and what is the open market operation. All the things come under the economy. What is the GDP growth rates? Economic environment determine the market size of market. It depends on the current incomes, price, savings, circulation of money, debt and credit availability. It determines the market possibilities. Each strategist must monitor, scan, and assess number of key factors, which is mentioned in the table below for domestic and international markets. Next is factor that affects the economic environment are economic systems, economic conditions, or economic policies. Economic system includes capitalism, socialism, mixed economy. Capitalism is economy which is private ownership decided by the private individual what will the production, what will the price. Socialism, government intervention is there. Government will decide the price and the production. Mixed economy is a mix of government and private both. Both jointly decide what will the price of goods and services and what will the production size. Thank you so much for listening carefully. If you have any doubts, any query, then you should comment it. I'm surely make videos. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends who actually needs. And it's a video which is very beneficial for the management background students, and economics background students, and the commerce background students who are prepared for the UGC NET and who are in the master's levels. The video is very beneficial. Thank you so much for listening carefully.